crazy sitting in the dark and shit. I don't give a fuck what you guys think. Hi, this is Ree with your weekly report on shit I see on the internet. White people are still mad because I advised them to learn how to exfoliate. But in their ears, I said that they stink. White people have a specific scent because they don't bathe every day. And even if they do, they don't use washcloths. And even if they do, they don't wash the bottom half of their body. On some now, the water going down will take care of that. No, it won't. Wash your crevices. If you take a shit every day, you wash your ass every day. What's funny is that I'm not saying that they stink. They are! Have we not seen the clips on the internet? No, so I'm making everything up.
Why do so many white people get on podcasts, get on TikTok, and talk about how their children don't bathe or how they don't bathe? I feel like there's something to discuss here about whiteness and how it is viewed as clean and pure and better and primary and default. And really, the history goes to show that white people have always been disgusting. Indigenous people, African people, they were bathing, and they many of them noted that the first sign of Europeans was their stench, that they were just putrid. And I do think a lot of the reason why people of color in America are so clean, smell so good, have to have their hair done, have to have their makeup done, is because of upward mobility, because the standard for them is so much higher than it is for white people. Like, white women can just walk into Target with a messy bun and sweatpants, and it's like, oh, look at her, like, she could be a multi-millionaire, her husband could be an entrepreneur, yet a black woman is not afforded that same luxury. So I really feel like white women are just rubbing that level of privilege in when they go on podcasts or come on TikTok and talk about how their kids don't bathe. Like, that is disgusting. I'm sorry. I grew up taking a bath every single night. My parents brushed my hair every single night, brushed my hair every single morning. It wasn't that big of a deal. When I got older, I was given deodorant and face wash, and that, like, I have actually been showering twice a day, often, like, especially in the summer, morning and night showers, especially if I'm pregnant. Sometimes I would shower 3 times a day. Like, wash yourself. My sons do not go to bed unless they're clean. I don't want their dirty bodies in their bed, and then every time they get into bed, it's dirty from the day. That's just my own opinion, but I do think that the larger discussion here about whiteness and why white people love to bring it up, love to talk about it. It's like they know somewhere that they are given the power to not have to bathe their kids and still be given so many privileges.
So they've resorted to what they've always known. Racism. Lots and lots of it. In my TikTok DMs, in my Twitter DMs, in my Instagram DMs, in my comment sections. All of my comment sections. Honestly, they can stay mad. Who cares what white people think these days? On to more pressing issues. Dubai princess took to IG, ke raya ona Instagram, to divorce her husband, whose name is irrelevant, by the way. Guys, they've been married for a year. I think even less than that. I'd also like to add that she's a 30-year-old grown woman. They're way too old to be acting like this. She said on Instagram, ke raya ona IG, and I quote, "Dear husband, as you are occupied with other companions, I hereby declare our divorce. I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce you, and I divorce you. Take care of your ex-wife." Because how on Instagram, at least tell us from the settlement. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, guy. What's on to Arnata, guys, bro, take 25 rand. Are being serious. Speaking of xenophobia, get it? Because I wasn't speaking of xenophobia. Anyway, South African born Nigerian model Chidinma, did I spell that right? I don't know how to say her name, has made it to the top 13 of Miss South Africa 2024, despite all the xenophobic backlash she has received on social media. I mean, we all know Twitter's not a real place. How unemployed can you be? You know? On one hand, I understand why South Africans feel the way they feel, because Miss SA is an ambassador of the country, so it would make sense for only ethnically South Africans to compete. But what's wrong with those who aren't ethnically fully South African? Are they not South African enough? I mean, they were born here. They have citizenship. Therefore, they are South African. Are they not? She was born before 2013, and anyone born in South Africa before 2013 is automatically a South African citizen. Why 2013 specifically? I think that's when the law was passed. I actually don't know. According to the government, in order for a person born in South Africa to receive citizenship immediately, at least one parent must be South African. Matter of fact, you can be born anywhere in the world as long as there was a South African citizen at the time of the person's birth. That person would have been born a South African citizen. If one parent was a citizen at the time of the birth and is not subject to birth registration, in law, the person would be a South African citizen. But like this is only after 2013, but she was born before 2013, so she has South African citizenship. Her stepmom's South African, but nobody gives a fuck about stepmoms. But I asked semantics, drop the tour dates, Nikki. I'm ready. If she doesn't drop the tour dates by, is it July? It's July. If she doesn't drop the tour dates soon, I'm gonna have to use my money for other things, because no, Queen, I'll wait for you. You're the most important person on this planet. Sorry. Anyways, speaking of South African men being abusive, get it? Because I was not speaking about South African men being abusive. Actor Sipho Ndlovu made headlines this past week after he was allegedly arrested for assaulting his girlfriend. The girlfriend, who shan't be named because she's irrelevant, has it that the celebrated actor assaulted her after she caught him with another woman. Against all these allegations, the actor denies these claims. I actually do not give a fuck about this. Do I believe him? Do I believe her? What we need to focus on is the fact that Diviana di rekisiwa ka 109 rands and 99 cents ku Pick n Pay. We need to focus on things like that, guys. We really need to focus on things like that. Artlolema police. Let them do their job. You'll never win in the court of public law. Am I saying it right? Don't give a fuck. Quick side note. Stop dating Zoomin. Do that if you have a chance. Anyway, that's the end of the segment. Sometimes when you're crying, you gotta ask yourself, am I dating a boy or an onion? She's been on my mind a lot. If you don't know who I'm talking about, is it Mila? Her name is Mila Stouffer. She went viral a couple of years ago in her toddler days, when she really started talking, and her mom would post these cute little videos of her on the internet, and they'd go viral all the fucking time. But it wasn't cute videos. She was saying some real shit. She was saying some real shit. Anyway, I've been seeing the number 2323 a lot lately. I don't even know what that number means. Hold on, let me take a sip of this juice. What does the number 2323 mean? I wonder what the number 2323 means. Hold on. Let me go to Pinterest real quick. Matter of fact, can you guys follow me on Pinterest? I don't want you guys to follow me anywhere else. I don't want my Instagram to turn into my TikTok. And no. Follow me on Pinterest. I'm quite cute there. I don't post a lot, but just go there, all my pins, and I'm a whole aesthetic on, excuse me, Pinterest. I'm a whole aesthetic. I'm so fucking cute. Don't follow me anywhere else, actually. Kabane, I hate you guys anyway. I'm following more Pinterest. Huh? But the number 23, according to Pinterest, a pin on Pinterest, the number 2323 signals partnership, either romantic, business, or both. Can I tell you guys, there's a girl at the Looney Bin. You guys know I was at the Looney Bin earlier this year, and she was a tarot. Are they tarot cards or tarot cards? You guys get it. She was a card reader, and she said she also she can see partnership, like a relationship. Well, specifically she said relationship. And I was like, relationship? She's like, it doesn't have to be romantic. I was like, oh, because kisa kay romance. Aro wala lang nito. Risa kay romance. Risa kay. Little helang romance. Ija romance pizza fair. Learn away to hell romance pizza. Okay, let me finish reading this thing. And also, a bit of magic, spirituality, and mysticism. So much fun and excitement are manifesting in your life right now. And you must remember to keep a joyful, youthful, playful energy around you to manifest abundantly. Okay? Which I am, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been depressed in months. I've been depression free, so shout out to that. Shout out to me. The number 2323 breaks down into a single digit number 1. I don't get what that means. Which is the number of creation. Okay. You have the ability to manifest anything you desire. Keep your thoughts and positive. Keep your thoughts positive and your heart pure, and you will be abundantly happy, healthy, and vibrant. Thank you. I've been so positive lately. Did I tell you guys? I even changed my alarm. It's not that that one that gives us PTSD as a collective of iPhone users. That one. I changed his Anyway, the other day, give me the socials, that black app, and someone's in my comments like, oh my god, you're actually attractive. People often forget that I'm actually beautiful. I mean, it wouldn't be Ree's podcast if I didn't throw a little bit of narcissism right there. I apologize. Not. People forget I'm beautiful. I am, guys. My mom's probably listening to this, but I get it from my mom. She's kind of hot. My dad's not. My mom thinks my dad's hot because we argue all the fucking time. She's like, he's not ugly. I'm like, yeah. But he's not hot, so I definitely do not get it from him. When people see us, they always like, oh, is that your wife? I'm like, you fucker. That's my dad. Don't ever say that to me ever again. Don't ever look at me, a whole girl with blonde eyebrows and shit, and ever assume I am married. Never. Hold on, let me take a sip. Liquid fruit cranberry cooler. You guys know that cranberry juice is pussy juice, right? It is. That's what I call it. And this one time I was at the store buying it. And then I was like, I called it pussy juice in front of the cashier. She looked at me so snucks. And I was like, yo, wena, lady eyebrows are short. Okay. It's been a lovely week. I did absolutely nothing. As always. Actually, I was on the phone with my brother yesterday. And he was like, oh my god, how was your day? And I was like, it's such an amazing day. He was like, why? What did you do? And I was like, I did nothing. That's why it's been an amazing day. Well, I didn't do nothing. I hardly ever do nothing. I always have something to do. The only time I'm doing nothing is if I'm sleeping. I'm always doing something. But not something that's when I say I'm always doing something, I'm not always actively doing things that sometimes I'm just on my phone or on FaceTime. That's doing something. Cleaning is doing something. I don't break my back to clean, but I do it. I don't get tired after cleaning. Not really, no. It's something that calms me. Anyway, the other day, I get a late Casper Veste. Kim Ruti, no. Casper Veste is a priest. Or a king. What does he do? Does he motivate people? Or does he just spread the word? Is he spreading the word, guys? I don't know what he does. Whatever he does now. Anyway, which is funny and ironic, because people kept on. I knew hip hop was dead years ago. Before Amapiano, I knew hip hop gone. But people used to fight me every time I used to say that. And now I'm glad South African hip hop is dead. I'm really glad. Not because it was terrible, but because South Africans are so South Africans are self-hating people. Hear me out. When I say that, I mean South Africans love to adapt to other people's cultures and inherit things, foreign things. Like, hey, Radirata foreign. We don't like other African people, but we love things overseas. Overseas rarata who adopt in our culture. And South Africans are so self-hating. And I can see it on the internet a lot. Excuse me. A lot in comment, like it's either South African in a comment section. You go onto social media, in a comment section, it's either South Africans are being assholes, they're being nice, or they're just like not being themselves. South Africans love to adopt other people's cultures. I have never met a self-hating nation as this one. When I look at other African countries, I'm like, they don't like to adapt to other people's cultures and adopt other people's cultures and inherit this and that. They just do them. And this is why I get out of my vendor. I'd never go out with a vendor, man. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that rata ma vendor because they do not conform to Western culture. Abanata babatobale and bankata netwell. Like abanata bashim. Oh, abanata. Bankata netwell. Bankata netbell. Lima Zulu abiao. Marabao tlhakize tene fela. Ba mjobe ke bona. Get me out the city, guys. I hate the city so fucking much. Then leave. I can't leave. I can't leave this city. I hate the city with all my life. But I just can't up and leave. Guys, why? Guys, give it a PhD. And I think I'm just going to do it all in one go. I'm just not going to take breaks. I'm going to study until I feel like killing myself again. Okay, maybe not killing myself, but... you guys get what I'm saying. Anyway, the other day I wanted to post on social media saying that... we all have... I know what my purpose on this planet is. I've known it for quite some time right now, which is why I'm not depressed anymore. I've come to realize what my purpose on this planet is. But also, while I'm fulfilling that purpose, I want to help children, which is fucking ironic, because I don't ever want people to forget that I hate kids. Never, ever forget that I hate children. I don't lazy. Just remember her and she is not safe with my child. We not because I will strangle your kid. I might do harm to your children, guys. Because batina and they're dirty and they're sticky and they're stupid and they're innocent. I'm good and that pisses me off. Anyway. But the other day, I had an epiphany. Even though I hate children, I don't like seeing children suffer. I do not like seeing children suffer, and not in a mundane way. No, like a normal suffering, like ulela toy. That's not suffering. Like genuine suffering, like bophelo ba ngwana. Habo standards, I think it's not up to par. That makes me so fucking sad. You know when you're driving, and I'm originally from Pretoria, so I only drive when I'm in Pretoria. I don't drive in Joburg. You know, and and then you see a woman on the streets. She's not homeless. She just comes to the streets to beg. She's a beggar. And she has like 3 kids with her. Let's say 1 in primary school, 1 in creche, and like an infant. And she's pregnant with another one. And the oldest child is always the one mostrateng a re kopeleng le two. When they come to my window, I just look away. Okay. Look away. Because I'll grab that baby, give me say hi, adopt. I really will. Like I have to force myself not to do that because that's a crime. That's kidnapping. Because I saw one. Every time I see kids on the streets, I just wanna, hey, come live with me. Come live with me. Anyway, come live with me. You know, it makes me sad. It makes me really, really sad. And I don't contribute anything to society yet, but I promise you right now that I will. And I want you guys to mark this day. Mark it. Mark this day. Mark my words. When I become president of the world, I'm gonna help all the children in the world. You know, there's people out there. I don't want to say I'm not going to help poor people or this and that because, you know, I'm going to sound like an asshole. But, like, that's not my focus. As a focus, yeah, there's people out there that will build the RDP, this and that. I just really want to help children. Just that. And women. And women that have children. You know? Just say. You know? Just say. Anyway, episode I feel like my yap session is done. Yap session. Hey, give on a clip in one TikTok. It's a clip Yariat's hotel. That show's embarrassing. You know, I don't like the way that show portrays us as a nation. Anyway, so Kilwell hotel mole. Aring. But while sa robale hai. Arno ki jaiva. Ar kya jaiva. Meaning ugum gruvo. Pero jaiva biyang mas na metric. Yo! Ha! No kan buta sana zeo ngalla. Net mo. Pero jaiva biyang mas kibona. She looks down immediately in shame. Kiriolina would be ashamed. O jaiva biyang mas na metric. Ujaiba biyang mas nami tricky. Yo. I'm cancelling honamo. I'm cancelling. Give me a gun. Rigidi tunze. Oh, Uber Eats is sending me a notification. What am I gonna eat? Actually, Irgina Hanis. Kitlaina Hanisa after Kifet's whole film. The other day I was on live. It was literally yesterday, and someone said, was it yesterday or that other, was it last year? Honamu. And someone asked, do you pray? And I really had to think about it. And then I went to Pinterest, because sometimes when I get sick and tired of TikTok, Instagram, all these other apps, I just go to Pinterest and chill, you know. And then I go to Pinterest and I come across a quote, and it says, "God is prayer. It's my prayer." I was like, like, praying is an art. Do you guys what I'm saying? You guys get what I'm saying? I'm an artist. Prayer is an art. Art is prayer. It's my prayer. And I was like, with that shit. Nigga go lishia ka quote word of the day, mara ke re itse ke le lapiste ke re lapile go nkutlwa gore ke bolela. Nje le lapile go nkutlwa ke bolela. Ke reng mara? Ke reng? Le lapile go nkutlwa ke bolela gore ke bolela. Manyane re ke na ni se sentence. Le lapile go nkutlwa. Le lapiste go nkutlwa. Bathong ke nako bolla hae la bona ke nako yo bolla hae because there's no way I speak my native tongue fluently better than I speak English. Anyway, bye guys. Have a lovely rest of your day. Actually, you don't care how your day goes. Sharp.